Welcome back to Kitchen Wisdom. Welcome back to Kitchen Wisdom. Grab a cup of coffee, maybe a cookie if you have one. And if you don't worry. After today, you'll always have some ready in the freezer. This episode, 3 Ways to Freeze Cookie Dough, is all about saving your future self from those late night cookie cravings or unexpected guests who somehow always show up right after you've cleaned the kitchen. If you've been with me for a while, you already know I bake a lot. Between recipe testing, photo shoots for my blog, and filling up Christmas cookie boxes for friends and family, I go through a mountain of cookie dough every year. And after years of trial, error, and one unfortunate freezer avalanche incident, I've perfected my system for freezing cookie dough. It's my secret for staying sane during the holidays and for having freshly baked cookies at a moment's notice. And yes, I'll confess, I learned the hard way that labeling is everything. One time I thought I was baking chocolate chip cookies for my daughter's friends, but nope, it was gingerbread dough. The smell gave it away about 3 minutes too late. The kids were polite, but I could tell from their faces they were expecting chocolate, not spice. Lesson learned. So, let's get into the good stuff. 3 foolproof ways to freeze cookie dough that'll make. This is the method I swear by for classic drop cookies, like chocolate chip, oatmeal, or peanut butter. Once your dough is ready, scoop it into even portions using a cookie scoop or spoon. Line them up on a parchment-covered baking sheet so they're close but not touching. Then pop the tray into the freezer for about 1 to 2 hours, just until they're firm. Here's where the magic happens. Once they're solid, transfer them into a freezer-safe bag or airtight container. But before you do, label, label, label. I use my trusty black Sharpie and write down the cookie type, date, and baking temperature right on the bag. Mystery dough is not an adventure I recommend. This extra 10 seconds of labeling saves you from baking surprises later. When you're ready to bake, there's no need to thaw. Just place the frozen dough balls straight onto a baking sheet, add an extra minute or 2 to the bake time, and enjoy warm, perfect cookies anytime. I can't even tell you how many times this trick saved me when my daughter announced at bedtime, "Mom, I need cookies for school tomorrow." If you're making sugar cookies, shortbread, or any dough that holds its shape, this method is your best friend. Roll your dough into a log shape. Think cookie dough sushi roll. Then wrap it tightly in plastic wrap. After that, wrap it again in foil to prevent freezer burn. I sometimes slide the log inside an empty paper towel tube to keep it perfectly round while freezing. It's a neat little hack that works every time. Make sure you label it before tossing it into the freezer. I write the name, baking time, and date right on the foil. These logs can last up to 3 months, though in my house they rarely survive that long. When you're ready to bake, slice what you need, bake what you crave, and keep the rest frozen. It's also a fantastic gift idea during the holidays. Wrap the log with a festive ribbon and a tag with baking instructions. Your friends will think you're the most thoughtful baker in town, and you'll look effortlessly organized. The pan method: bars, brownies, and cutout cookies. This one's a game changer for bar cookies, brownies, or rolled doughs. Line your pan with parchment paper, press in your dough, and freeze it flat. Once it's firm, lift it out using the parchment. Wrap it tightly in plastic wrap, then foil, and finally pop it into a freezer bag. Label it, you knew that was coming, and you're good to go. When you're ready to bake, put it back in the same pan and let it thaw for about 30 minutes before baking. It bakes up beautifully and saves you from having to mix everything from scratch when you're in a hurry. If you love cut-out cookies, roll your dough between 2 sheets of parchment paper before freezing. Stack them flat inside a large zip-top bag. When you need them, let them soften for a few minutes. Cut out your favorite shapes, and you're ready to go. Perfect for Christmas baking marathons or spontaneous cookie decorating nights. Let's talk storage and labeling, because this part can make or break your cookie game. First, always use high-quality freezer bags or airtight containers. Freezer burn is the enemy. It dries out your dough and ruins the flavor. I like to squeeze out as much air as possible before sealing each bag, then flatten them a bit so they stack nicely in the freezer. Labeling is where my inner type A personality shines. I include the cookie name, date, oven temperature, and baking time. If you're feeling extra fancy, write the number of cookies in each bag too. That way, you can grab exactly what you need instead of defrosting a mystery blob. Oh, and one more thing. Organize your freezer by type. I have a whole section labeled holiday dough, another for everyday cookies, and yes, there's an unofficial emergency chocolate chip corner. You never know when cookie therapy might be needed. Bonus tips from my kitchen. Freeze dough in smaller family-sized batches so you can bake just enough for a cozy evening. Use parchment or wax paper between layers to keep dough balls from sticking. Never freeze dough that's already been dusted in powdered sugar. It'll absorb moisture and lose its shape. For the best texture, bake frozen dough within 3 months. After that, it's still safe, but the flavor starts to fade a bit. And for the love of cookies, don't forget to keep a little freezer dough log taped to your freezer door. Trust me, it's both satisfying and sanity-saving. Here's the sciencey part, because baking is delicious chemistry. When you freeze dough, the flour fully hydrates and the fats solidify. That rest time enhances the caramelized notes and gives your cookies that perfect chewy middle with crisp edges. It's like letting your dough nap, and who doesn't perform better after a nap? Plus, you're saving yourself so much stress. During the holidays, while everyone else is elbow deep in flour, you'll be sipping coffee and casually sliding trays of prepped cookies into the oven. That's what I call baking smart, not hard. So, there you have it. 3 easy, foolproof ways to freeze cookie dough that'll change how you bake forever. I promise, once you start doing this, you'll never go back to same-day baking chaos. Next time you mix up a batch, double it, freeze half, and pat yourself on the back for being the genius who thought ahead. Your future self and your hungry family will thank you. All the tools, pans, freezer bags, and Sharpies I mentioned are linked in the podcast notes below. And if you want to see exactly how I do this, step by step, visit my blog and YouTube channel at Arina Photography. I've got full photo tutorials and videos where I show you how I prep, label, and store everything. Because honestly, there's no problem in life that a warm, freshly baked cookie can't solve. And if you've got dough in the freezer, that solution's always just 10 minutes away.